should have grown the beard back. Look like a proper Obi-Wan. Sand people travel single file to disguise their numbers. Well, hello there and welcome to my channel. In honor of Star Wars Day, I wanted to give you 5 book recommendations of Star Wars novels that are in the canon that I have enjoyed. I've read a lot of the Star Wars novels, done some of the audiobooks, and they're a lot of fun. So if you like this content, please you will like this video. You will subscribe to my channel. You'll follow me on Twitter and Goodreads. So these are in no special order. They're 5 books, but I did save my favorite one for last. All right, well, let's get started. The first one I want to talk about is called Lost Stars by Claudia Gray. This is kind of a star-crossed lovers in the Star Wars universe. We're introduced to two new characters, Thane and Sierra. And they grew up on a small planet together, and they both entered the Imperial Flight School together because they both had a love for flying. And through a lot of the events that happen in the book, including the destruction of Alderaan, Thane eventually leaves the Imperial Academy to join the rebellion. So you have these friends that love one another and they're on different sides of the conflict. And what I really enjoyed most about this book was seeing people in the Empire that are not just evil automatons. Seeing that there are good people that had good motivations to be part of this greater empire. And I thought Claudia Gray did a great job at just, the nuance of portraying both of these characters. Little tip though, there's an epilogue that you need to skip. It was Disney trying to make this a Path to Force Awakens book. So there's an epilogue that adds nothing to the story and actually detracts from the great story that we had about Thane and Sierra. So Lost Stars by Claudia Gray is a great place to start. All right, my second recommendation is also by Claudia Gray, and it's called Bloodline. And this follows Leia when she's a senator in the New Republic, as the New Republic is starting to crumble. So it takes place about 20 years after Return of the Jedi and about 5 years before The Force Awakens happens. And this is a great political thriller. So if you like political thrillers and you like Star Wars, this is a great marriage of the two. I found the bickering between the two parties very current. And one of the things I really liked in this story was you find out that Leia kept the knowledge that Darth Vader was her father private, that only her family, really only Han and Luke knew this information, and it is leaked out in this book. So you see kind of the fallouts in both Leia's personal and political life at this point, and I found it very, very intriguing. So again, if you like political thrillers and you like Star Wars, you will love Bloodline by Claudia Gray. If you forced me to choose my favorite Star Wars character, blaster to my head, who's your favorite Star Wars character? I think I'd say Ahsoka Tano. So the book Ahsoka by E.K. Johnston is my next recommendation. If you liked Ahsoka as much as I did in the Clone Wars and a little bit in Rebels, you will really enjoy this book. I loved her character arc in the Clone Wars. It was everything that they messed up in the sequel trilogy with Rey, done very well. And then seeing her in Rebels, I think the episodes that she was in elevated that show to a different level when she was in that show. Ahsoka takes place between the two shows, and it takes place where you see her as just a lost young woman. The Jedi have fallen, the Republic has fallen, she's trying to find her way in the universe. And it's a very, very great tale that takes place between her conclusion at the end of the Clone Wars series and how she ends up as, one of the key portion of the rebellion. If you love Ahsoka, you will definitely love Ahsoka by E.K. Johnston. All right, my next recommendation is Master and Apprentice by Claudia Gray. If you loved Qui-Gon Jinn but didn't get enough of him, because we didn't, he was only in one movie, you will really enjoy this book because this shows Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan kind of on their first mission together as they're still getting to know one another. And you see kind of a brash young Obi-Wan Kenobi who's not trusting his very different kind of Jedi. And you see Qui-Gon, kind of agonizing about how to be a good mentor to his Padawan Obi-Wan Kenobi. It's a very, very great tale. If you love those two characters and you want more Qui-Gon, which most of us did because he was short-lived, he only made it through one movie, but if you like Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi, I think you will really enjoy Master and Apprentice featuring both of them. So last but not least is my favorite Star Wars book. It's Dark Disciple by Christy Golden. And this is a very dark book. In this book, at the height of the Clone Wars, the Jedi Council decides to hire the assassin Asajj Ventress to team up with the rogue Jedi Quinlan Vos and assassinate Count Dooku. Dark times indeed for the Jedi Council to hire an assassin to perform an assassination just to end the war. And this is that story. Asajj Ventress was one of my favorite characters in the Clone Wars, and this was going to be the conclusion of her character arc. She started kind of as a one-off character for me that was just good for some playful banter in saber fights with Kenobi, but she grew into something more, and I really liked the trajectory her character took over the course of the Clone Wars. This was originally going to be an 8-episode arc in the original Season 6 of the Clone Wars, which was then canceled. But they decided to write the book about the storylines that they had come out with, and I'm so glad they did, because we get to see the final chapter of the Asajj Ventress arc, which went through the Clone Wars. It's a fantastic tale. It's a bit darker than a lot of the other Star Wars tales, but it is my favorite of all of them. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. This was a much different video for my channel, but I thought I love Star Wars. I love talking about books. For May the 4th, we might as well do the two things together. So, May the 4th be with you. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. You can follow me on Twitter and Goodreads for future content. As always, thanks for watching, and goodbye. And may the Force be with you.